Thinking of buying a land or a property, what are the right steps to follow in order to avoid falling into the wrong hands? It is not only in Computer Village that people fall into the wrong hands by buying Eba. Some people have bought lands thinking that they have properties, but it's only on paper. What are the right steps to follow? The number one step is to visit the land or the property that you want to buy. The essence of this is to ascertain that the property is actually what you want, is in the location that you want, and it is what the buyers have represented it to be. Because relying on hearsay, relying on what others have said, is what made Adamu or Alao buy land in the village. It's 2 minutes from the road, whereas it's in the forest. Number two, what you should do is to ask for the documents pertaining to the property. Now, what rights to the seller? What right does the seller have to sell the property? What title does the property have? Do they have a C of O? Is there a governor's consent? Is there an accession plan? What are the titles that the property has? Number three, when you visit the property, ask relevant questions, particularly, or better put, from neighboring properties. This will enable you to ascertain whether the land is actually for sale, whether there is any dispute in respect of that land. Number four, with the documents that you have collected from the buyer, from the seller, approach the land registry. Every state has a land registry where you can find out information pertaining to a land. Now, with the documents, the essence of this search is to find out if there are any encumbrance on the land, if there is any caveat, if there is mortgage. There are some instances that lands or properties that are within government acquisition, if you buy such properties, it's as good as throwing your money into the river or into a basket or into a bottomless pit. Number five, request for a meeting between you and the seller. At this point, your meeting should go beyond meeting with the agents. Meet with the seller, discuss the terms and conditions for the transfer of their rights to you. If you are going to be paying in installments, ensure that the terms and conditions are spelled out. What time the money is to come in, what time possession is to take place. Now, please note that if it's a property that you have tenants, it is at this point that you ask for the tenancy schedule. It is at this point that you ask for the bills pertaining to the property, the waste bill, the electricity bill. It is very important. There is no question should be off the table, particularly when you are doing land transactions. It is within your rights to ask every question that you can ask, particularly and very importantly, before money changes hands. The moment money changes hands, then it might be difficult to get answers to your questions. Number six, reduce all terms and conditions if you are making payments in installments into a contract of sale. And if you are making full payments, you need to get a lawyer to prepare a deed of assignment. Now, this is the deed of assignment transfers all the rights in the seller to the buyer. At this point, the property becomes yours at the exchange of the payment and the execution of the deed of assignment. Number seven, once you have executed the deed of assignment and you have taken possession, it is now time to approach the government registry to register your title, because all lands must be registered with the government, wherein you get what we call a governor's consent. Please, it is important to note that land transactions are very tricky, and you need the advice of a lawyer to guide you through this tricky stage. It is important. Many people have thrown away millions, even billions. It is best advised that you get the services of a lawyer, as land transactions can be tricky and technical. Like what you have heard, like, share, and follow. Till I come your way some other time. This is Oga_the lawyer. Please, no go buy a bow.